Hello, Bible thumpers and dirty sinners and everyone in between. I'm so happy you're here. Thank you for liking and subscribing to my channel. My purpose is to show you that a relationship with God is fun and simple. Even a 5-year-old can do it. Today, I'm going to be talking about, as a man thinketh, so is he. This is what I work on every day. I do mindset work every day. And the reason why is because our thoughts create our reality. And yes, I have a Christian background. I believe in God and He is real. Of course, He is so good that He blessed us to have creative power in the way that He does. Now, not on His level, of course, but we get to choose what we want to experience in our physical world. Okay. I had suffered, through bullying and things like that. And I developed low self-esteem. And on top of that, I had a really bad case of acne all of my life until I turned 30. Yeah, I just didn't feel good about myself. I didn't think I was beautiful at all. In fact, I believed that I was ugly for the majority of my 20s. And the reason why is because, I was bullied like that. People just talk bad about me all the time. And people used to call me things like pizza face or butter face. And for those who don't know what butter face is, it's a girl that everything looks good on her but her face. That's what it is. And so I was known as one of those. And when I got in my mid-20s, I discovered this truth that as a man thinketh, so is he. Our thoughts create our reality. So I started practice this because it was so weird to me. What, our thoughts create what we see? That is so weird. Let me test it out. And so I did. I wrote down a piece of paper, I'm beautiful, I'm amazing. Okay, and I placed that in my car, where the compartment part is, right there. I taped it there. And I would look at that every day. Every time I get in the car, I would read that out loud, tell myself, I'm beautiful, I'm amazing. And I kid you not, I believed that was a lie, Let me take a step back. If someone tells you something over and over again, you will begin to believe it. And I even, for my passwords and stuff, I would use I would use those words in my passwords. I don't do them now, but I'm saying I used to. Just so I could start imprinting these new thoughts in my mind that I am beautiful, I'm amazing. And fast forward, about 6 months later, people started calling me beautiful. People started telling me that I'm amazing. And same thing happened. People told me over and over and over again, and I began to believe it. Okay? And I'm like, wow, my thoughts really do create my reality. And I was like, nah, that's still weird. I was like, let me do something really weird. Let me see. Let me see a purple tree. And I kid you not, 2 weeks later, I was driving around and I saw a purple tree. And I was like, yeah, this is real. And so ever since then, I've been working on myself every day. Anything I want, even the fact that I'm financially stable is phenomenal. Because no one gave me the tools on how to be financially stable. But I had to learn it. The beautiful thing is when you start thinking new thoughts, you think that thought over and over again, then they become beliefs. And then you have this strong belief system. And then, yeah, it just becomes a new way of thinking. Your old way of thinking goes away. God is so good that He gave us that. And that's why, we could have whatever we want in this life. As long as we could think it, see it in our mind, we can have it. And, and it's very important to really consider where your thoughts are coming from, in the sense of, are they fear-based thoughts or faith-based thoughts? So me saying, I'm beautiful, I'm amazing, that's faith-based. That's me wanting something, and it's a really desirable, thought. Now, if I start saying, oh man, I hate saying this word. It's even hard for me to say this on camera. I'm BROKE. If I start thinking that and saying that, then my money will start getting. So I'm really thoughtful and very conscious of what I think and say, because it does create, I'm telling you. And once you know this and come to grips with this and actually test it out for yourself, you're gonna be amazed at what you can call forth in your life. If you say like fear-based things like, oh my gosh, I fear getting ILL or SICK. If you start thinking those kind of thoughts and saying those kind of things, then you're gonna step right into that. And you could have been a perfectly healthy person prior to, but because you start speaking all that stuff or start thinking like that, that's what happens. That's the creative power God gave us. We get to choose the kind of life that we want. We get to choose our desires. So that's why God tells us over and over again throughout the Bible, fear not, fear not, fear not. Because I'm telling you, our fears have the same creative power, the same selective power as our faith does. So make sure that you're thinking thoughts that are faith-based instead of fear-based, so that you can work towards achieving a favorable life. Mindset is everything. Every day I'm working on my mind. Every day I'm working on my thoughts. God created these wonderful laws, and you get to believe it or not. You can believe it, that thoughts create, or you don't. That's up to you. But you can test it and check it out for yourself. So repeat after me. The Lord is my shepherd. I lack nothing.